My kids is listening to this, all of this nonsense, and I ain't been able to spend no time with them. This is real.
Tears and outrage in day 2 of Gayle King's exclusive interview with R. Kelly on CBS this morning. This interview airing as R. Kelly's legal problems continue to grow. Just days after the R&B singer posted bail for sexual abuse charges, a judge put him behind bars for failure to pay child support.
And before his latest arrest, Kelly talked about the relationship with his children and his money problems. Also speaking out for the first time, R. Kelly's girlfriends.
Singer R. Kelly remains in a Chicago jail today, and authorities say he'll stay there until he comes up with more than $161,000 in unpaid child support bills. Before his latest arrest, Kelly discussed his finances in an exclusive interview with CBS This Morning's Gayle King.
What is your financial situation, if you don't mind saying?
Here's the deal. So many people have been stealing my money. People was connected to my account. I went by myself for the first time to Bank of America. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what the hell was going on.
The day after the trip to the bank, Kelly was indicted on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He says he was unable to access his bank account to make bail. Now he's dealing with a separate child support case.
How can I pay child support? How? If my ex-wife is destroying my name and I can't work, how can I work? How can I get paid? How can I take care of my kids? How?
Authorities say the sex charges against Kelly involve 4 alleged victims and that 3 were underage when the suspected crimes happened. Gayle King spoke exclusively with 2 women who currently live with Kelly. Joycelyn Savage is 23, Azriel Clary is 21 years old. R. Kelly is 52.
Is it a 3-way sexual relationship?
Sexually? Well, first of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life.
Okay.
And I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you would not either.
Yes. No, I wouldn't, but
okay, then.
No, you're
next
right.
question.
No, you're right. I would not, but this is a very different circumstance.
It's not a different circumstance. There are people all over the world who have multiple girlfriends. It's no different.
The parents of both women claim Kelly has brainwashed their daughters.
What I saw on TV this morning about his way he acted when he got upset, I can only imagine what he does behind closed doors.
Azriel Clary says her parents are out for money.
When I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age. So when I met him, he thought that I was 18. On top of that, when I was 17, my parents were actually making me, trying to get me to take photos with him, take sexual videos with him, all kinds of stuff.
Kelly has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. During his interview,